be talking about topic 2.3 in the Microeconomics curriculum, which is Price Elasticity of Demand. So first, let's define what elasticity of demand is. The price elasticity of demand is a measure of how sensitive the quantity demanded is to a change in price. For example, if the price for apples at grocery store A gets bumped up to $4.99, and as a result, Robert buys 10 less apples, while Bob only buys 5 less apples, Robert has a higher price elasticity of demand because his quantity demanded was more sensitive to the change in price of apples. There are 5 main types of elasticity. First, there's unit elastic. This is what you'll see in a normal supply and demand graph. And the price elasticity of demand coefficient is exactly 1. Next, we have relatively inelastic. For a relatively inelastic demand, the coefficient is between 0 to 1. Quantity demanded is only somewhat affected by price changes. Next, we have perfectly inelastic. This is when the coefficient is 0 and quantity demanded is not affected at all by price changes. On the other hand, we have relatively elastic demand, which is when the coefficient is greater than 1 and quantity demanded is greatly affected by price changes. And last, we have perfectly elastic demand, which is when the coefficient is infinitely large. For perfectly elastic demand, an increase in price leads to 0 quantity demanded. And now let's demonstrate the main 5 types of elasticity with graphs. So here you can see the perfectly inelastic graph on the left, and then from left to right, you can notice what the characteristic of the line is. It goes from being absolutely vertical to being absolutely horizontal. And now let's talk about the total revenue test. The total revenue test is used to determine whether demand is elastic or inelastic, and it follows these main 4 points. If price increases and total revenue decreases, demand is elastic. If price decreases and total revenue increases, demand is elastic again. However, if price increases and total revenue also increases, demand is inelastic. And if price decreases and total revenue decreases, demand is inelastic. So if you notice a pattern, whenever price increases or decreases and total revenue follows whatever the price does, demand is inelastic. And if they have a negative relationship, so if price increases and total revenue decreases, or vice versa, price decreases and total revenue increases, demand will be elastic. And finally, you have to know the formula on how to calculate elasticity. The formula is the percent change in quantity demanded divided by the percent change in price. Once again, remember that if the absolute value of the result is greater than 1, it will be elastic, while if it is between 0 and 1, it will be inelastic. So this is all for topic 2.3. I hope you guys learned something new, and I'll see you all next time.